Daisy here, and today's video is going to be a how-to video about wrapping Christmas presents or just wrapping presents in general. This was actually a request by Sequest 2011, but I really wanted to do this video because I thought it was a really great idea, because I know personally a lot of people that do not know how to wrap presents, and if they do wrap presents, they usually look pretty unorganized, weird, crazy. So I thought this would be a really great idea. I kind of pride myself on my ability of wrapping presents. I think for the most part, I'm probably the best present wrapper that I know. Every year I think I get a little bit better. I've been wrapping presents since I was a little kid. As I said in my Holly Jolly tag. I don't know why. My mom was never really into wrapping presents. She kind of showed me how to wrap presents and stuff when I was younger, but she never really wanted to do it. So she kind of always laid it off on me, and I kind of ended up being the one that always wrapped presents when I was a kid. But now that I'm a little bit older, of course I don't wrap other people's Christmas presents, but I still kind of think that I usually have the best wrapped presents under the tree. So I'm going to show you how to wrap different kinds of things today. I'm going to show you how you can do a gift bag, with tissue paper, kind of make it look really nice, because you can't really wrap everything in wrapping paper, so gift bags are a really nice option for those other items. And then of course, just a good old wrapping presents with the ribbon. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And last but not least, I will give you guys some tips on if you're doing clothing and stuff, how you can wrap gift boxes like this one here. So I'm going to start off by showing you guys how you can wrap presents, probably anything kind of square. So I'm going to first show you guys how you can wrap kind of the simple traditional gift wrap present. So this is actually pretty simple to do because this one is a box. So it's very simple to kind of get the wrapping paper on there neatly and nicely. Now, not everything is something that you can wrap in wrapping paper. For instance, if you're wrapping a photo album like this, or a book, or something that's square, or it's in a box, it's very simple to do and very easy. And I think this is actually one of the simplest things that you can wrap. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that first of all. And of course, I'm going to sacrifice my dollar store wrapping paper for you people. So here is, got some wrapping paper here. This one's a little bit longer than others. Of course, you want to pick wrapping paper that is the size for what item you are wrapping. This one's kind of a medium size, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. Okay, so I'm going to first start off by, of course, unrolling my wrapping paper. I'm trying to get this so you guys can see. Okay. So I'm going to just unroll my wrapping paper, and for this one, I'm going to wrap up this photo album, or we'll pretend that it's a book or a box. So you want to first kind of start off by starting at the end and just kind of measuring about how much you need. Now, me personally, I just like to kind of start in the middle and cut off the ends that I don't use. But some people like to actually start from the end and cut a line there, and cut around it. But I kind of find that to be a waste of wrapping paper, because then you'll end up with something like this. That's just kind of hanging there whoa. Which, of course, if you have a small present, you can always reuse that for wrapping that. But if you don't really have a lot of small presents, then you're just kind of wasting wrapping paper. And either way, you're wasting it, so you may as well just start in the middle, which is kind of easier. So I want to start off in the middle, and I like to kind of position it so that I know that I need about that much to go over it. So I want to cut my wrapping paper somewhere kind of along that line. So I'm just going to imagine it in my head, and I'm going to take my scissors and cut. So once you have it just like that, you'll just go ahead and fold over one end, and then fold over the other end, and then you've pretty much got that done. So now you're gonna need your tape. Of course, I just like to use regular old Scotch tape, but they do have like gift wrapping tape too. And I wanna add one piece of tape right there on one end, and one piece of tape up above on the other end. So now we've got something like this going on. And I'm just gonna take my scissors and cut off the ends here, but you wanna leave enough. So here's where I like my book ends. So I wanna cut like somewhere like up here. Like you wanna leave at least, I'd say about 2 inches for a wrapping paper for folding. So you can cut that off, and we'll do the same on the other end. Don't cut it too short. Remember, leave about 2 inches. If you cut it too short, you're gonna have a really hard time folding that wrapping paper. Okay. So now that we've got our ends cut off, I'm gonna start off by folding them in. So I wanna kind of press them in just like so. Just kind of press them against the book or the box or whatever it is. Then I like to kind of fold this side in like a half triangle. So like, just gonna fold it in and you're gonna see it kind of forms like a triangle. And do the same with the other side. So you've kind of got a little bit of a triangular shape, just like that. Once you get that done, just go ahead and fold that over itself, just like that. So now you've got it pretty much like that. Now if you want, you can just put your tape on and just kind of leave it like that, but the proper way is actually to kind of fold that over and create kind of a straight edge, just like that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a straight edge. So once you fold over your straight edge, just take your tape. I like to first start off by applying it right there to the top of the little triangle. Then I like to do the sides. Remember, get pieces of tape that are like yay long. You don't want them to be like hugely long. And so once you're done, it'll look pretty much just like that. Very neat, very nice. Now I'm gonna do the same with my other side. Fold it in, fold it over into a triangle, fold it over into a triangle, fold it over again, and then fold the end of the flap over into a straight edge. Now I'm just gonna put on my tape. There we go. So kind of pretty much the beginning of a wrapped present. It looks really neat. Everything is looking very secure and snug. Okay, so you can pretty much leave it like that. Go ahead and take your gift tag or whatever, and you can just stick it in the middle. You can stick it up in a corner, you know, towards the side. It really doesn't matter. The proper way, I think, is if you're gonna put a ribbon on, to kind of stick it over to one side, just like that. But if you're not gonna put a ribbon on, you can just stick it right in the middle. So for this one, I'm gonna show you guys how you can tie a ribbon. I'm gonna scooch up a little bit. So I've got some crazy ribbons here, and I really like to use these small ribbons. I find that they're way easier to use than big ribbons. So I'm just gonna take some of the blue one here, and I like to leave it on the roll. Let me clear out this area. So I'm gonna start off by first having my package with the folded sides on the bottom. So we have, this is the clean, not folded up side that we take. So I like to just kind of start off by going across, flipping over, and then I still got my string. So now you've got pretty much something that is going this way and this way of the ribbon. What you want to do is just kind of take the ribbon and twist it diagonally, just like this, so it creates an X. So in order to not tangle yourself up, just kind of start off by doing that and then rotating the present and flipping it around. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut right there, cut off the rest of the ribbon. And so now we've got something kind of like this. So you've got, in the front, you've got that one ribbon there, the two ribbons hanging, And in the back, it kind of looks like that. So what I want to do is go under this line of ribbon with the one ribbon. And I like to go under it again with the other side of the ribbon. And then I like to tie a knot right there, just like that. So now it looks like that. And the two ribbons are hanging. Now you can also tie it in like a bow if you really want to, you know, tie bow. I can't ever seem to do very well with this ribbon. Which if you had like a thicker ribbon, that's exactly what you would use that for, is to tie a bow. But with these, I actually just like to leave it like that. Take your scissors, open them up. Take one of the sides of the scissors against it just like this. So you're holding the pointed side of the scissor, the sharp side, against the ribbon, and just kind of holding it, just kind of rubbing it through the ribbon. You want to kind of pull it up. And it will create a little springy looking kind of ribbon right there. So do it the other side. And you kind of come up with some things like that, little stringies that are like curly. Now is when you would go ahead and take your gift tag, stick it right on the front right there, and write your name. So that's pretty much how you would wrap a regular old kind of box shaped present. Nothing too hard or too complicated.